Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Sharnice Dunlap, and the topic for this week's assignment is understanding the Fair Information Practice Principles, also known as the FIPPS. In this video, I will explain my understanding of the FIPPS, including the 8 principles. I'm going to compare the FIPPS to other privacy policy laws and regulations and describe how FIPPS can be useful in protecting PII data and how a federal agency can apply each of the principles. The Fair Information Practice Principles is a set of 8 principles regarding data usage, collection, and privacy that organizations follow when handling data. The FIPPS was created in 1980 by the Organization for Economic Cooperation and Development, better known as the OECD. The first principle is transparency, which means that every organization should notify individuals about the collection and use of their data. The second principle of the FIPPS is individual participation, which specified that individuals should be involved in their process of using their data, and organizations should seek consent prior to use. The third principle, purpose of specification, ensures that organizations are supposed to be specific in their purpose of using someone's data. The fourth principle regarding data minimization means that an organization should only collect the data that is necessary to accomplish a specific purpose, and they are to only retain the PII data as long as it is necessary to fulfill that purpose. For example, if an individual is working with a healthcare provider, the healthcare provider should only collect HIPAA data that is related to the individual's health records. The fifth principle is use limitation, which ensures that an organization should only use PII data specific or specified in the notice to the user. And there should be no sharing of PII data to other entities without the consent of the individual. The sixth principle is data quality and integrity, which ensures that the company should make sure that the PII data is accurate, relevant, concise, and complete when collected. The second principle, which is security, indicates that an organization should protect PII data through appropriate safeguards against risks such as loss, unauthorized access use, destruction, and modification. For example, if I were to share my data with an entity, they are to assume full responsibility of the security of my data. And the eighth principle, which is accountability and auditing. This principle ensures that organizations are to be held accountable with complying with these principles, which means providing training to employees and contractors about how to handle data. And auditing is the actual use of ensuring that the data is used the correct way, auditing the data. These principles may seem a little challenging to some organizations, but it is imperative that companies comply with these principles. It is essential to the overall protection of data. The FIPPS are not a part of any legal requirements. However, several of the principles listed in the FIPPS are included in important privacy frameworks, such as the General Data Protection Regulations, also known as the GDPR framework, and the California Consumer Act, also known as the CCPA. GDPR, being a legal framework, sets the guidelines for the collection and processing data. GDPR compares to the seventh principle of FIPPS, which means that it's the individual participating principle. This principle lists the rights that people should have concerning their data. Both GDPR and CCPA framework align to this principle. The FIPPS strengthens the privacy protection of those who have entrusted organizations with their PII data. The FIPPS provide a mechanism to ensure data integrity and quality while enhancing the ability to responsibly use, maintain, and disseminate data. This is the reason why it is important that FIPPS is used in organizations that handle various types of data today. This would conclude my video for this assignment.